What did the beast look like?
I only saw it from afar, but before it got lost in the thicket, I saw its giant pointed snout.
Couldn't it have just been an animal? Maybe a wolf or a boar?
Can't you see my poor girls here? What kind of wolf would leave wounds like these? Oh, and the monster ran on 3 legs.
3 legs?
Aye, as sure as my name's Vladimir.
You mentioned a pit of hell. Is that located somewhere around here?
That's just a local fable.
It's no fable. In the days when silver was mined here, terrible misfortune took place in the mine. A pit to hell itself opened up there.
The mine shuttering fell apart and the gallery collapsed. That's all.
Shuttering my arse! It was a pit to hell! Shuttering don't just blow up on its own. But hell didn't scare good old Father Richard, so he set off into the tunnels and struck a deal with them demons. Ever since then, we brought food to the mine for them every second Sunday, and they leave us in peace in return.
Father Richard was a crackpot. You're lucky to finally have a normal priest here now.
A priest who forbade us from bringing the offerings, and now you can both see where that's got us.
Has anyone actually looked around in the mine?
Only old Father Richard. Nobody else has ever had the courage. The very mine shaft stinks like hell itself. So we only ever lower a bucket down with the offering, and then clear off quick.
After the cave-in, the miners left to work in Grund. Seems they'd no longer felt the vein was worth the trouble here.
When did all this happen?
It's got to be at least 5 years now.
And you've been taking food there ever since?
That's right. And nothing's ever happened until now, all because our new priest here forbade us from bringing offerings.
Where's Father Richard now?
He returned to his maker not long ago. And now I preach here in his place. The moment I caught word of that foolish superstition, I put a stop to any offerings.
And you can see what that caused.
It's only happenstance. This isn't the first, nor the last time that wolves dare to venture into town.
Vladimir's right. It doesn't look like it was the work of wolves. I don't know what could have done it, but wolves don't make those kind of wounds.
You hear that, Father? And that's coming from someone who's been out and seen the world.
Tell me something about yourselves, so I know who I have the honor of speaking to.
Like I said, I'm Marion, and I come to Old Kutna to preach.
Aren't you, a bit young for a preacher?
I finished my trivium at Prague University last year, and I wanted to continue. But my father decided I'd had enough education and found me a place in the order in Sedlec. So now I implement my theological learning in this lovely county as a preacher.
I'm Vladimir, the mine foreman. I'm the eldest of everyone here, and the people actually respect me, unlike our this here preacher from Prague. And them cows were mine.
This whole thing is very odd. How do you want me to help?
The massacre of those cattle is a horrible thing. But the heresy that's been tolerated here on account of the former priest is even worse.
Old Father Richard would chase you out of town, you stuffed frock.
Marion may be young, but he's still a priest, and he deserves a bit of respect.
Thank you, Henry. Since you're the only one here uninvolved, I'd like you to go into the old mine and discover the truth of this old wives' tale.
And while you're there, take some peace offering with you. Otherwise, I wouldn't even dare going.
What am I to do with you? All right. Henry, take their offering with you as well. You'll do just as those wretches did before you, and then wait to see if any demons show their faces or not.
Wait for demons! You want to send the poor fella to his death?
Don't listen to him, Henry. Faith and God will protect you, but before you go through the mine, we'll have a look around the village. Then we'll all meet at the entrance to the mine.
All right, I'll help you. But what about the offering?
A bit of food will do. Here you go. We always lowered the food down in a bucket. The main thing is not to go down the shaft yourself, lest you anger hell.
Don't be frightened. It's just an old shaft.
You'll find it to the west of here. The whole area's deserted and most of the entrances are blocked off. You go past the mine buildings until you reach the one that's collapsed to the ground. The mine entrance is next to it. Good luck, lad. You're going to need it.
God be with you.
I'm sorry!
Poor girl. Won't you ever do to anyone? It's the devil's work! It's a shame.
Here you go. Take it. Look what I have for you. You silly mutt. Whoa! It really does smell like hell here. Might there be some truth to the stories? Sit and stay. Oh, Jesus. What a diabolical stink. Ugh. All right then, let's see if we can't lure the devil out. What the... Where am I? And where did all my things go? Jesus, what the fuck is going on here?
Terribilis Deus de Sanctuario Suo. Vade Satana! Vendor et magister omnes fallaciae. Host stessumane salutes.
What's this? Did the knight write this?
Who goes there? I am the shield of gods, demon. I am Taras. Benedictus Deus! Gloria Patri! Vadi, Satana. Humiliare suppotenti manu Dei contra me se. God, be sanctum. So you live. God is with me, demon. You don't stand a chance. Pity. I wanted to cut off your head. Terribilis Deus, the sanctuario suo. You can't rival Taras. Don't drag this up! You can't rival Taras. How are you still alive? You can't rival Taras. You can barely crawl, you wretch. You can't rival Taras. You can't rival Taras. You can't rival Taras. You can't rival Taras. I'll crucify your corpse. You can't rival Taras. I'll crucify your corpse. Just keep bleeding. I'll crucify your corpse. I'll crucify your corpse. You won't. You can't rival Taras. I won't be stopped by a bit of blood. Just keep bleeding. Don't drag this out and die! I'll crucify your corpse! You can't rival Taras. Don't drag this out and die! You can barely crawl, you wretch. You can't rival Taras. I'll still have you! I'll still have you! I'll still have you! Fuck no! Not after all these years! Not like this!
Jesus. His helmet's completely stuck. I can't get it off. Ah, everything's here. All right. More entries. Also written by the knight?
Henry, what happened down there?
A mad knight lived down in the mine. He must have completely lost his head and killed your cattle.
A knight? In the mine?
Where's he now?
He's dead. We fought, and I won. I don't know what he was, but I'm certain he's the one who massacred those cows. Whether he's from hell or not, he definitely looked that way. God knows how long he spent down there.
We'll probably never learn the full truth.
But what'll we do now when something else crawls its way out of hell?
You should place your faith in God and not try to appease hell. Instead, be good Christians under Father Marion's guidance.
Thank you, Henry. As it is written in the Bible, believe, and your faith will save you. Hellish forces have no power over good Christians.
Father Marion, forgive me for doubting you. We'll go and pray, and never again will we take anything to the mine.
We'll have the mine filled in, along with the pit of hell beneath it. And you, Henry, are due a reward. Here you are. Go with God. I'll take care of the rest here on my own. Put in a good word for you. The other priests in the region, Anthony of Viscera and Prosnata of Rabor, could both teach you something.
Thanks.
Hey, unless you want to end up the same way. Keep your...
Dicsőség az irgalmas Istennek!
Heal! Go!
Seriously, I'll tell you.
Whoa! Whoa!
Fuck off before I kill you! Clear off!
Tell me,
You have a kind
how the
master,
fuck is this
eh?
possible?
I don't know how it works. You knew him as much as I did, didn't you? The arrow always protected him. At least, it was supposed to be. I just don't know. We fell into a fucking trap.
We never... It was the worst plan ever.
Or a plan. You're saying it was my fault. I could have died there too.
I'm just saying, if you wasn't so obsessed with them fucking caravans, Carl might still be alive.
Don't get my blood up. Don't forget who you're talking to.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter now anyway. You know what'll happen now. Everyone's after us. With our faces, we're dead as soon as we set foot outside the tavern. Everyone will recognize us. Without Carol? Without him, we're fucked entirely. We couldn't even rob a sleeping pilgrim of his boots.
Poor
Morning.
Someone must... There's no other way. Fucking outnumbered like that.
Like who?
I don't know. But when I find him, I'm gonna make him hurt bad.
You silly doggy.
I would kill for some meat.
You're not alone.
Oh well.
If I
Now
wanted to
just
fight,
this.
I might as well go to the monastery.
You? What would you do there? Unless they needed a scarecrow for the cabbage patch. You silly
Whereas they'd make you the abbot, your reverence.
An abbot with a habit. A drinking habit. But speaking of fasting, I heard something good. In some monastery, some monks who just love meat. So he had the cellar filled with
That's a load of
up to his
shit.
ankle. They put a couple of pigs in there.
Why for fuck?
Because when you're fasting, you're only allowed to eat things that live in
Here we are. Good.
Pigs might swim. How long did that work out for him?
What do I know?
No,
Might still be
sorry.
there.
Pigs can't live in water, can they?
You can't drown in water up to your ankles. Besides, we had pigs at home when I was a nipper. Take my word for it, they can live anywhere.
I see you took after them.
Very droll.
I could go for something to eat now.
What would you like? I'll have a look at the wares.
Thank you, and take
Pastor
care.
told me he saw a dancing
made it.
bear. Fair in body, Brad.
Pashko? He's a Pole, isn't he?
No, he's celestial.
Here you go. Take it.
See dancing bears wherever they go.
I'd like to see one.
Christ. Where did I put it?
Working on the vineyard. This noble
Greetings.
and he had a
And he had a falcon.
falcon's current too.
Oh, what a mess.
Knows that.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Well, why not? And since it's you, I'll show it to you twice so you'll understand it. Today, fighting with a longsword is in fashion. And why not? It's a great weapon. But in the end, it's all just a matter of taking out that bastard who's against you, isn't it? No one asks how you did it, so I'll show you this ruse of mine.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
All right, as long as you're not all thumbs, we'll get through this quick. There's nothing complicated about it. See, all you need to do is, during a deep thrust, to unexpectedly drop your right hand from the sword, and then you can get much further with your left. The opponent usually doesn't have enough time, and the tip of the sword ends up in his face like a giant stinger. Clean, fast work. And now, come and try it a few times. Good, good. You could be bloody damn good.
I'd like to learn a new
Why not? I've seen you fight, and you could be a bit more direct, my friend. Just forget about what it looks like, you get me? I'll show you how to take out your opponent without slitting him open from his neck to his arse. What do you say?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Aye, I can see you like longswords too, eh? So listen, the trick is about speed and surprise. After stabbing with the sword, you immediately turn it around, and while sliding, you strike the sword's pommel forward. If you do it fast enough, the opponent won't have time to move, and you'll hit him right between the eyes. And now, come and try it a few times. Good. You could be bloody damn good, if you don't get killed first.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Why not? If you're a good... Or how to quickly send the bastard who's against you to the devil! But it can only be done with a sword. And what's more, you can't have a shield in your other hand.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Of course. I knew immediately that would lure you in. The main thing is to attack from above. To quickly catch the opponent's wrist and push the edge of your own sword over his blade, so it's under his neck. If you do it right, I reckon I don't have to tell you what comes next, do I? And now, come and try it a few times. Good, eh?
Can we fight?
What would you prefer?
Practice.
And what's your weapon of choice?
I'll go for the longsword.
What should I use to knock the stuffing out of you?
Take a longsword as well.
Got it. Ready to fight?
I'm ready.
Can I start fighting at last? Missed your turn when they were handing out sense, eh? Come on!
Attack me!
Very well! Come on! I don't have all day! He came, he saw, he shot himself! Cut you to pieces, fucker! Come on! Fight or die! Okay, you Stop! I need a moment to stretch. What do you want to try next?
I'll come back when I'm rested.
Big mistake! You gonna...
Dick!
So peasy!
Go!
Thank you. And a good day to you, friend.
You ever climbed? Hey, Matt?
Come here!
Did you hear? That
Oh,
Dirk
it's you.
stallion.
It's back already?
Looks like it.
To keep what? So we can sleep.
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
The best wine in
How come you God weren't bless. in church on Sunday?
I wasn't feeling...
Not feeling well, eh? You got drunk again.
Guten Tag, mein Freund. Du hast Glück? Ich wollte
Let's talk about the price.
Versuchen wir's.
Only because it's you.
We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
God bless.
Good to see you.
You're right, but I promised myself I wouldn't leave it to the last moment.
Good, doggy.
So, have you got any ideas?
What are you doing?
Well...
My God!
You're a dead man!
What are you doing?
You murderer!
Hurry! There's been a murder!
You want to try?
What are you doing?
Now, Lord! Big mistake!
You're no match for us, fucker!
I'll hack you up like you don't care. And you'll get another right away!
of peace and quiet while it lasts. See, that's what's wrong with it. That it ain't like this here. Sure ain't easy to please. I get a bad feeling when nothing's going wrong. Don't our learned physicians have a name? I believe it's called boredom. What? If you've got time to worry about everything that could go wrong, you're bored. And that's that. And if you're out of loose ends, come round and I'll be happy to help. I've got plenty of bloody work to go around.
I'll see you soon. Take care.
Safe travels.
Blessings. Good day.
Put it away.
Stop messing about!
Get away with that weapon!
Right in the head! Start off with that weapon!
You killed her!
You killed her?
What the hell is it? Why the long face? Oh, I've just got this nasty premonition.
What premonition?
Look out!
It was you! You just fucked up, arsehole! Surrender or die! Show what you're made of! I'll hack you up like you deserve! Haven't you had enough? I'll kill you on the spot if you don't yield! You can't run from me, arsehole!
Good day to you.
Good day.
I heard you're in need of money. Good day.
Willkommen. I was just about to close up shop. Got here just in time. Grüß dich. Was wünschst du?
Show me your wares.
Thank you, and take care.
Good day to you. I was just about to close. You came at the last moment. What do you want?
I'll have a look at your wares.
Pleasure doing business. God be with you.
Heal! Here, Mutt!
Good boy. Good boy.
Good day. Oh, you poop.
Greetings.
God bless.
Who goes there? What are you barging in here for?
Right. What's the hold-up?
An ale, as usual.
Was ist denn los?
Heute ist es wunderschön.
We all go to church.
Let the bishop or someone take care of it.
I'll have a jug of wine.
I see what you mean, but there's one thing you can't deny.
What's that?
That you really are pretty for your age.
You think so?
It was a good
You're
deal.
just saying
Just 2 groschen for a theatre.
Right up.
Don't take this the wrong way.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
You'll have to tell me more about the sinning part. That sounds interesting.
You youngsters are all the same. But work before pleasure. After we find Liechtenstein and free Cape Bon, we'll see.
I'll look forward to it. But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein, but there can't be that many rich men who pay spies. And we have to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby alehouse is a bit too wild even for me.
That's saying something. Well, trying to get sense out of drunken wretches is quite a skill of mine. Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it the Hole in the Wall.
Sounds like a nice place for a romantic evening, eh?
You'll find it in Hotprink. There's no other alehouse in that quarter.
So goatskin in the hole in the wall. I reckon I remember that. I'll go and check it out.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
He might know where they're holding Capon.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he? And why is he in Kuttenberg?
He's a young noble from Jobst's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy for Jobst. And judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thorn in their side. And they're out to get him.
So we're getting involved in noble men's schemes again. That means trouble.
I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped. There's a war on, and we have to fight. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a bad feeling about that district.
You're not the only one.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Blessings.
How was it?
What can I say? Prague is a whole different world compared to this whole place.
Did you bring anything back with you?
Empty pockets and a whole lot of gossip.
The big city. There's no place like it.
Do you have enough onions for the soup?
I don't think so.
God grant you health.
Here you go. Take it.
Blessings to
You silly doggy.
Stay.
Why is this all sticky?
It's a good thing Mutt isn't here.
Well, this doesn't seem too bad. Good morning.
Show me your wares.
Thanks. And have a nice... It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
You'd be surprised the people I know.
So you know where I can find him?
Look here, youngster. Whether I know him or not, the main thing is I don't know you. Got it?
I might be a stranger, yeah. But everyone had to come here for the first time once, didn't they?
Well, that's true enough. This alehouse hasn't stood here since the creation of the world. Although some of the guests look like they have. If you need something, ask Chenyek. I just pour ale. And he might even tell you something about that bastard. I never liked him much anyway.
You're talking as if he's not here anymore.
Kurva. Just go and see Chenyek. I don't know nothing.
I'd like a beer. Christ! What's the hold-up?
What's new in the city?
From what I heard, not far from here, in the Hopbrink, some woman is repairing a building that used to be a bathhouse.
Do you know her?
Not at all. I just heard about it. But give it a try, if you'd like. Maybe it'll be worth your while. Oh, there was this bloke here in fancy clothes. His name was Johann Parler. He said he was looking for a blacksmith who'll take on any job. Why don't you go and see him? I think he said he lived in the inn, in the merchant's quarter. And that's about it.
That doesn't sound bad. Thank you, innkeeper.
I apologize.
You know how I ended up last time. I puked all over my feet and then rolled around in it. Good day. Well, good day.
I hate sweeping.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
I simply have to find him. And I couldn't care less whether I do it the easy way or the hard way. So don't fuck with me, or I'll have you. Along with the whole of this lousy pigsty.
You know what? If you think you're tough, go and see Goliath in the barn in the yard. He's always on the lookout for bruisers like you. And if you get through that alive, come back here and we'll talk.
Certainly. Have no fear.
I'll be on my way.
Smart lad.
Aye. Lots of people.
Hey, where's that beer?
Chenyek sent me. He said you're supposed to try me out.
Why not? You look like I could even have a bit of fun with you. First take that kit off. Take off all your armor. Best strip off on top. Or at least to your shirt. And no weapons.
Well?
You again? Come on then. Prepare to fight. I'll beat you to a bloody... Come I'm wounded. That was something. I'm all yours. Fuck you. Worse! That stinks! At least it stopped the bleeding.
You surprise me. Not many fellas can stand up to Goliath.
You know how it is. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. It's all in the technique, innit, mate?
You ain't wrong. If you want to give it another go, have a word with Mole. We have this contest, if you get my drift. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here?
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No. But there were some Jews among them, and that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Why did they give him such a beating? Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knob end. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying for some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying, anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest. And if you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat. He's got a dent in his forehead. You could use...
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
I'll stop by later and we'll see what comes of it.
Grand. Take care for now. Excuse me.
My God, Christ! You killed him! You're the one shooting
I'll
him.
pull the gun. You bastard!
God! I'll kill you. God!
Wanker! It's a wonder you're still standing. It's a wonder you're still standing. You're going to guts you poor son. Now you're finished.
Get up! We're not finished here. You're a fucking murderer. Don't you dare move before I bring the guards over.
No, I'm not going anywhere with you.
All right, I'm gonna get a guard.